The purpose of this video is to demonstrate how to create a second decision path en route to completing your full decision model. Now that you have created your first problem and first decision path, you are ready to create your second decision path. To do so, click Problem. Copy and paste the second problem in the text box. This should be a problem that is similar to the first problem, but goes down a different path towards the end of your model. Here is our second problem entitled Tennis Enthusiast. Select the correct option for this problem, which in this example is inferential. Continue to select the correct option at each decision point. For those of you using ABC options, here is the decision point with ABC options. As before, click Adapt Problem. Again, the adaptive marker will appear here. Click somewhere in the problem editor. Type letter options. Type the correct option, and as many incorrect options as you have letters. Click the correct option, which in this case is B. In order to move forward, click View Model. The entire decision model will appear. You may have to adjust the magnification or use your mouse to see the decision point you were just looking at. If you want to connect the other options to the next decision point, click Link Choice. Click the chain icon in the blue circle prior to the question you want to link the option to. Do the same thing with the next option. To have the ability to continue adapting, click View Path. You have left the model view and are now in the path view again. To return to the decision point you were working on, click that question in the Adaptivity column. Click the correct option. Pause the video at any point to do what you've just seen demonstrated, or just continue watching until the end. Click the next question. In order to delete the ABC options in the problem editor from this point forward, click Adapt Problem. Notice that another adaptivity marker shows up associated with this question. If you realize that you are on the wrong path, you can always delete the adaptive marker and choose another option. For example, option A or C. Regardless of which option you choose to be the correct one, you will need to delete the options in the problem editor for the next question. After doing so, continue clicking the correct option at each decision point for this problem. If you have ABC options, add them just as was done previously by clicking Adapt Problem. Type the options in the text box. Type the correct answer and incorrect options. Here is an important precaution we recommend you take. Sometimes, if a path is changed, for example when you delete or insert a decision point later on, it can be challenging to locate the adaptive content in the text box above. Most of the time, this is not an issue. However, to be safe, we encourage you to copy and paste the content from your text box into another document. To continue, click the correct option. When clicking option A in this example, which is the correct answer, notice that in this case there are no additional decision points after this point. To add a decision point, click View Model again. Click Link Choice to connect this hanging option to the next decision point of your choice. You can do this by clicking the blue circle with the white chain next to the decision point you want to connect the option to, and do the same with the next option. Note that for the students, regardless of what they select, A, B, or C, they will see the same next decision point. In this case, how many levels of the explanatory variables are there? Once again, because we are not able to adapt the problem in the View Model mode, we will need to click View Path. We will be brought to the first decision point. To return to the decision point where we left off, scroll down on the Adaptivity window to locate this decision point. We click that decision point. This will take us to the decision point we were working on. We will now delete these options for the next decision point using the technique we showed before. Remember to always click Adapt Problem when you want to make a change that will only be seen at this decision point and not at other decision points. Highlight and delete these options. Click the correct option. You might remember that the first problem we took through the model, the hotel chain problem, went through the 3 or more independent variable option. However, the tennis enthusiast problem only has 2 categories of the independent variable. At this point, the answer with option 2 is a hanging option, or an option with no decision point that follows. To link it up to a question, click View Model again. Link the option to whichever decision point you would like. You can actually do this for any hanging options in this model. Also, if you ever wish to disconnect a link, click on the option you want to disconnect from a decision point. Then click on the red circle to the right of the option you wish to unlink. If you decide to relink it, then click Link Choice again. And then click the blue circle with the chain in the middle to connect it to the decision point. To continue to adapt this problem, click View Path. Find the decision point you are working on by using the slider. Click on the question you want to return to. Click the correct option. With all the problems you create, you will come to your final decision point. Select the correct option, then click the final box. To name the path, click Done. Click in the box, type a name for the pathway. You'll notice that the pathway name shows up here. To see the list of problems you've created up to this point, click the blue circle with the 3 white lines. A blue decision point icon means that this problem is associated with the pathway. Click Create Problem to add your third problem or scenario. A text box will appear above. Type or paste your next problem or scenario. After naming and saving this problem, notice the problem shows up in the list of problems but with a red triangle with an exclamation point. This means that this problem is not associated with a path yet. Continue adding problems and connecting paths until your decision model is fully fleshed out. When considering the size of your model, we recommend being guided by the adage, think big, start small. Start with a decision model that is manageable for a lesson or a small unit. Continue creating problems until your decision model is complete.